everyone, if you'd like to see how I made this awesome Peter Pan keyring, then keep watching. Hey guys, it's LJ here, and today I'm going to do a very quick little resin make for you. Now, I adore Peter Pan, and when I say adore, I mean I adore it. It is the most incredible story in my mind. I adore it. I have tattoos about it. It's just my story. And then if you've ever watched Hook, that's where the name Squdge comes from, because when Peter's grown up and married, they go and visit his granny Wendy, and she says, "Come here, boy, and give me a squdge." Now, we always used to call my dad Boy because he just didn't want to grow up. Man was in his 40s, still acting like a teenager. It was brilliant. He was so much fun. And yeah, so he was Boy, and unfortunately he was quite sick before he passed away. And so because he was Boy, we'd call my stepmom Wendy Lady, just as a joke. And so when he was ill and I'd been over there, we watched Hook, and on that line, sorry, I'm getting emotional here. On that line, "Come here, boy, and give me a squdge," it kind of developed into my nickname. Let's put it that way, so I don't carry on crying. So yeah, I got this mould, and I am so excited. So excited. So I have this mould, which is the Peter Pan head and 2 stars for second star to the right and straight until morning. I'm loving it. So I have a plan. In the actual headpiece, I'm going to use either some fine green glitter or some fine sort of holographic glitter, I'm not sure which yet, in clear resin. And then I have this shutter paper on here, which I have cut down to fit, which I'm going to put on the back while it's curing, so that it has a background of this. So that will be for the actual Peter Pan part, if I can pick this up. Here we go. For the stars, I have these really nice sort of Mylar Flakes in yellow, and I also have these 3 little tubs, and I think it's probably going to be one of these 2 because they look more yellow than green, but these are awesome because when I shine my UV light on them, they glow. They glow, it's really cute. So, I'm going to pop this on speed up. I'm going to be using UV resin today because I want this finished now. I'm impatient, I got it today, I have to play with it today. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. Okie dokie, so I'm going to get my gloves and my respirator on. UV resin is different to epoxy resin, but you still need to use PPE, please. So I have got my little tubs, and I'm going to put some of the green glitter in one, some of that holographic silver glitter in the other. I didn't want too much because I just want a light colouring. This is the UV resin I'm using, same as I use in my other videos. I'm just going to pour some into the pots, mix up the colours so that we've got a nice colour, and then I'm going to do one for the stars. At first I was going to do a clear layer on the base of the coloured bits, because coloured resin has sometimes difficulty to cure with the UV light. This is only glitter, so it should have worked fine. So originally I was going to do this clear layer, and then I changed my mind and decided to just put the glow in the dark bits in ready for the stars. So of the 3 colours, I used a lot of the very yellow, and I used a little bit of the greeny yellow. So there's that yellow one, and then I did use a tiny bit of the greeny yellow just to add a little bit of depth, and this stuff was a bugger to mix into the resin, I tell you. It did not want to dissolve. It was so grainy. It took a lot of stirring and mixing and trying to get it off the sides of the cup and off the the little spatula. It was really difficult because it did not want to dissolve in the resin. It took a long time, so I have cut out some of that because you don't want to watch me mixing and mixing it. Then I added in the yellow Mylar flakes, which I do actually really love in the finished piece. It gives it quite a nice sort of speckled effect. It looks like it's sparkling because it's not all one solid colour. Gave those a mix in, and then we are ready to pour. Oh, I love this mould. I really do. So I'm going to pop the yellow in the stars. Now, I'm doing a very, very thin layer. As I said, UV resin, especially in moulds that aren't clear, like this one, will not cure. So you need to work in layers, and I am doing a very small amount. You can see now with the green just how little I'm putting on, and I'm spreading it out to make a sort of coating where I want that colour. And then I'm going to do the silver for his face. I realise now I probably should have brought that green forward a bit more over his head because his hat does come further forward, but still, I don't care. I love it because it's Peter Pan. So I've done that layer, and I'm going to give that a cure under the heat lamp for about 2-3 minutes. Then I'm going to move on to the next layer. Now you can see there I missed a bit with the star, so this layer is hopefully going to fill that in. Now I did 2 or 3 layers on the star and 3 or 4 layers, I think I did 4 in the end, on the actual Peter Pan piece. However, I probably should have done 5, and I'll explain why at the end. I'm not going to show you all the layers because it's going to be a little bit boring watching me do exactly the same thing. So I just put a thin bit of silver, a thin bit of the green, smooth it out, spread it all the way around, make sure there's no bubbles, pop it under the heat lamp. So when I've done my layers, everything is now ready to take out. So I'm going to pop out the stars because those are done. And then what I wanted to do was have a very, very thin layer of resin to attach the shatter paper to. I was going to pour some more out of my tub, and then I realised that I had some little bit left over of the silver. So the tiny amount that I had, you can see it's just a few tiny dots. I spread out across the whole area, nice and thin, because I literally just want to use this as a glue. So nice thin layer there, pulled it all out, and I was going to stick the shatter paper over it while it was in the mould. And then I sort of thought that's possibly not the best plan. So I actually took it out of the mould, made sure I'd popped all my bubbles because I wanted to really use my fire for this to pop the bubbles, and you don't want to do that in your mould because it can destroy your mould. Then I stuck the shatter paper over the areas, gave it a slight push down, turned it over, and then I'm going to cure that under the UV light. So once that was cured, I cut down the excess paper. I'm then going to put this very thin layer of UV resin over the top just to bond it a little bit more. I'm going to cure it. I'm then going to sand all the edges so it's nice and smooth. There's no rough bits, there's nothing sticking out. I'm then going to put another layer of UV resin over it, and then we will be done. I actually really like this silver one. I might do a solid silver one next. Let me know what you think. Please give this video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe. I can't believe there's almost 400 of you that watch me. That's incredible. Thank you so much. Okay, so we are back with our finished Peter Pan. I absolutely love this. It's really, really cute. So I used the green glitter for the hat and the body to be like his outfit, and then I used the silver holographic for the face. And then the whole back was covered with the green shatter paper, and it captured the light so beautifully. My plan will be, I'm going to stick a bail on the top here and turn this into a key ring. Do I have one in front of me? Of course I don't. But yeah, I'm going to stick a key ring on that, a bail on that to make it a key ring. And then I created 2 stars. So I'm going to do a key ring with all 3 of these on. And then I had a little bit of extra, so I made a few extra stars because I didn't want to waste the resin. But yeah, that was a nice easy thing. I love this mould. I'm a little bit in love with this mould. It is super cute. I do have a slight bow on this, just because when you heat UV resin it does do that. But I needed to fill the entire mould so that I could easily put this paper on. What I should have done, which I ended up doing anyway, was take it out of the mould to add the shutter paper. So I didn't need to make it as thick as it was, so I could have done it thinner and not had the bowing, but you know, I like the thickness as it is, so yeah. Let me know what your favourite movie or story is. I've told you all about mine and why, so let me know what yours is. Thank you very much for spending time with me today, guys. Keep crafting and I'll see you soon. Bye.